The Hawks send out their offense. And the chat for this live stream filled with opinions presented as facts. By the way, feel free to add your own. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And it's a pick-6 touchdown. And they stretch their lead. Myers is on now for the PAT. They stretch the lead 14-0. Following that pick-6 touchdown, the Bulldogs are ready to kick it away. And this will be caught deep in the end zone. Yeah, I think the special teams coach's head might have exploded if he took that one out. Right choice on the touchback. So the Hawks are lined up now. And field general Braxton Knight finds himself in an unusual situation. He's not used to being down double digits at any point in his career. So yes, there's an obvious reason why they call this the Midwest Prep Showcase. Every year it's quite literally a showcase of the nation's top players. But this year is the first time they've ever had the top two quarterbacks in the country face off. I'm speaking, of course, about QB2 and Braxton Knight. So meanwhile, this offense needs to score any kind of points on this drive. Getting ready for the shotgun snap. Here's Knight. Drops back to throw here on third. And he can't make the catch. Too much contact on the play, so it'll be fourth down. So following a drive that came and went, here's the punt after a 3-and-out. And he gives it the boot. Here's Washington. And he's down at the 45-yard line. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. And coming up shortly, more elite high school football from the Midwest Prep Showcase. So it's a jet sweep. Watch the receiver. Really not able to get much before he's tackled. You know, a high-profile game like this can generate the interest of some big-time schools, and this stadium is loaded with coaches from powerhouse programs. LSU, Clemson, Oklahoma, you name it, they're here. And he's not able to come down with it. Third down on the way. Following the incomplete pass on second down, here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's QB2. Completes that throw on the crossing route. And he's brought down at the 39. I mentioned a few colleges earlier with recruiters in attendance. My guy Reggie gave me a list with a few more names on it, and you know it's a heavyweight matchup when you've got schools like Oregon, Florida, and Southern California among the fans here today. He makes the delivery. First down, Bulldogs. Shotgun look. Hawk gets the handoff. And he's stopped at the 17-yard line. Working now from within the red zone. Here's 2nd and inches. They go back to Hawk. Now he's tackled after picking up the first.
Hey, keep it going, dog. Keep it going. Let's go. Let's go.
They come out 5 wide, 3 to the right. In the red zone, looking to throw. This is caught at the 5. And he's got the first down just outside the end zone. Just 1 yard away. Here's 1st and goal. From the gun, looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They just continue to light up the scoreboard. Now the try to add one more. And they add yet another. One of many in this matchup. They're up big right now. Needing a score on this drive. Here comes the kick. This is fielded just inside the goal line. Really no need to risk it. He's just going to take a knee for a touchback. First play of the drive for the Hawks. And they really need Braxton Knight to flip a switch and march this offense down the field for points. Throwing to start the drive. Here's Knight. And the ball pops free as the defender timed that hit perfectly. Gotta share a quick story. All right, so I'm making my way to the press box before the game, and who do I see but the dog father himself, Snoop Dogg. And he's seeking out QB2. But here's the thing. Snoop is a diehard Hawks fan, which tells you just how magnetic QB2 really is. Not able to throw it away. Gives up the sack. Midway through the second quarter, here's 3rd and long. Shotgun snap. Here's Knight. Into heavy traffic and is picked off. Intercepted by Washington. And they'll have it just outside the red zone. First play of the drive for the Bulldogs. And this is excellent field position as they begin this drive. Hand off to Hawk. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 7. They come out 5 wide. 3 to the right. On 2nd down, he'll drop back. On the slant, gets it to Maddox. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Just 2 plays needed to find the end zone. Myers now to add the extra point. It's up and it's good. The score now 28-0. So as they get set to kick it away, I can't help but think back to what Coach Robbins told me before the game. How his defense was going to shut down QB2. Hadn't exactly happened, and I'd be very interested in hearing his thoughts right about now. And he's brought down at the 19. Send out their offense. They've got to make every play count to have any chance of mounting a comeback. Back to pass. They wanted to move. And he comes up with a nice gain before he's taken down. One last thought on Snoop. You know, he's a Southern California guy. Long Beach, if I'm not mistaken. And I wonder if he wasn't whispering in QB2's ear about the Trojans, right? I mean, who knows, but I wouldn't be surprised. Following that incompletion, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, looking to fire. Just a textbook defensive play there to force the incompletion. Here comes 4th down. So let me just take a moment to say here, when you stand next to some of these young men as I have, they look ready size-wise for the next level. I mean, some of these kids are huge. Washington fields it. And he's out of bounds at the 42. Opening play of this drive for the Bulldogs. Remarkable consistency so far. They've scored on every possession to this point of the game. QB2 looks downfield, throws into the flat for Hawk. And he's out at the 45. Naturally, people across the football landscape are sharing their thoughts on where they think QB2 will go to college. Some think Miami, others insist it's Texas. But I can tell you this, I'm beyond confident his decision will be the top thing trend. And yes, it's a catch! Touchdown! A show-stopping score from beyond midfield. And now it's time for the extra point. And he knocks it through. Our score now, 35-0. After giving up the touchdown, the Hawks are back to receive. Fielded in the end zone, and he'll kneel down for the touchback. So the Hawks are lined up now, and the last thing they want is for this drive to end with yet another reason to bring on their punt team. And they can't make the connection, so it'll be second down. I mentioned it a little bit earlier, the size of some of these kids. Just take a look at Kelvin Thrash, number 87, the Hawks tight end. He could suit up for a primetime college game tomorrow, no problem, and not get thrown around. And he gets leveled on that huge collision. 14 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Getting ready for the shotgun snap. Here's Knight. Fires quickly, and that's complete. And they're going to mark this at the 44-yard line. He'll throw again. Holds onto the ball as he takes a shot on that play. Timeout called by the Hawks. They're down to a pair in this first half as we near the halfway mark. With a long way to go, here's third and long. Knight hands the throw, and he's nowhere close to a first down. I mean, let the second guessing begin on whether they should have passed it there. And so the Hawks are ready to punt it away. And here's the kick. Here's Washington. And he's out at the 45. The Bulldogs send out their offense. And all eyes are on QB2 as he gets set for this drive. I think every smartphone in the stands is pointed at that young man. He'll go deep for the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs! QB2, his fourth scoring throw of this matchup. Here's Myers now for the extra point. And he gets it to go. The tally now, 42-0. Still leading by a comfortable margin. They're lined up for the return. Caught in the end zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it'll be a touchback as he elects to take a knee.
He got 8 minutes.
Opening play of this drive for the Hawks.
Yeah, I seen it.
See what the future holds on 1st and 10.
I'm going to play it. I'll play it and get it over with.
Here's Knight. Fires right. It's complete. And they'll mark this at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play. And that makes it 2nd and 5. Lined up in the shotgun.
Oh.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Following the setback, So after a lopsided first half, it's the Bulldogs in control. And when we return, the second half of the Midwest Prep Showcase. The wait is over. Time now to kick off the second half of this matchup. Fielded in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 26-yard line. Off the play fake. Goes deep with this throw. And that deep ball is incomplete. Took a shot on first down, but couldn't finish it off. You know, going back to Sunday,
I'll put it up.
I got to say, despite the crazy number of people who came out to see QB2 in person here today, there are so many more following him on social media, waiting on any kind of announcement. Truly, the level of interest is like nothing I've ever seen.
He want to play during the football game about to come on too, huh?
Play, here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. Here's QB2. The deep pass. A fight for it, and this is caught. And he's brought down at the 44. They ripped off a huge chunk of yardage on that last play and really changed the dynamic of this drive. What do they do now for an encore? And a weight room play there before the defense can stop them. And it was only a matter of time, right? Reggie just told me the hashtag QB2 to the U is a thing. Gotta love social media. And let's be honest, you just know Miami's been selling this kid on the incredible tradition they have at the QB position. Lets it fly for Matthews. It's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He used to throw them, now he catches them. Tommy is back. And he puts it through. So the scoreboard reads 49-0. Following the touchdown, the Bulldogs are ready to kick it away. Caught in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as he drops to one knee for the touchback. Getting ready for the shotgun snap. Here's Knight. Trying to get something going on the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. So Coach Fetu, spelled F-E-T-U. For the longest time, I was pronouncing it Coach Feta, like feta cheese. So let's just say I'm thankful he's a forgiving guy for as big a guy as he is. They're going to bring him to the ground after just a short pickup. A gain of 3 on the play, and that makes it 3rd and 5. Knight looks downfield. The D lineman, oh big boy, nearly had the pick. With the Hawks lined up to punt and down big, I can't help but think of that stat I highlighted earlier. The one about Braxton Knight and how he hasn't faced a double-digit deficit since the middle of last season. Whoa, talk about jinxing the kid. This has been tough to watch. Point of this 3rd quarter. It's 1st down. Fakes to Hawk and looks to pass. Sending it downfield for Fuller. He's got it. Oh, it's a touchdown. Benny Fuller. A showcase highlight for years to come. And the kick is good. for the kick. This will be caught deep in the end zone, and he'll take a knee for the touchback. The drive begins on the ground with Grove, and he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Now going back to Coach Fetu, someone who is universally beloved by players old and new, but he's certainly got his quirks. If I gave you a dime for every time he said Samoan warrior style in a film study, I think you'd be a very rich person. Meanwhile, a hit with heavy contact to finish off that play. After a minimal pickup, it's third down. Knight takes the snap. Interception, picked off by the linebacker, and it's a pick-6 touchdown. They are running away with this game. Myers is on now for the PAT. And the point after attempt is good. Following that pick-6 touchdown, the Bulldogs are ready to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, and this will be a touchback as he drops to one knee. They come out 5 wide, 3 to the right. Throwing after the interception, here's Knight. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Second down, back to pass. Monroe gets it over the middle, and he's down at the 35. 17 yards that time. Good for a new set of downs. From the gun, inside handoff, and they'll take him down after a nice pickup. A gain of 7 on the play, and now it's 2nd and 3. Shotgun look. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws left, it's complete. Oh, he's taken down hard on that explosive tackle. Still in search of their first touchdown. Here's another 1st and 10. Before they can settle into the snap, they'll signal the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll be back shortly with the final stanza of the Midwest Prep Showcase. So we resume action here in the 4th quarter. A 1st down play coming up. Looks to throw out of the shotgun. Under pressure and sacked. Wanting nothing more than a score, it's 2nd and long. Grabs the snap. Got it out just in time, but a solid hit forces that incompletion. Someone check that dude's chiclets. With just a mile to go, here's 3rd and long. Now they'll throw from the gun. He's going deep for Monroe. My word, did he catch that? Yes, he caught it. And he's brought down at the 9-yard line. Seeking their first score of the game. It's 1st and goal from the 9.
Let's go,
They'll go with the run. And he'll try to power his way through, but he winds up losing yards. Now a bit further from the end zone. It's 2nd and goal from the 10. Knight hands it off to Grove, and he'll move his way forward to the 6. A gain of 4 on the play, and now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Here's Knight. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks. They finally put one in the end zone. Now the kick for one more. And that'll count, but man, he took a shot. Roughing the kicker's got to be the call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
No!
So it's roughing the kicker, and that's a 15-yard penalty. And that'll wind up a touchback, so by rule, they'll start from the 25. Opening play of this drive for the Bulldogs. And they've got a sizable advantage on the scoreboard. Slings it downfield, but they can't make the connection. Tried to go long on first down, but it only results in a long walk back to the huddle. Still 10 yards to go after that incompletion on first. Still looking to throw. It's QB2. He's going deep for Matthews. He pulls it in. A big-time play that gets a roar from this crowd. Okay, now that I'm back in my seat, why don't we pick back up with the action here, 1st and 10. He'll take a shot at the end zone. Oh, but he can't pull it in. The defense able to prevent what looked like a score. Following the incompletion on first, here's 2nd and 10. The Bulldogs will run it. And he's across the chalk. Touchdown. Yet another clip for his growing highlight reel. Myers now to add the extra point. It's up and it's good. Still ahead by a wide margin. Here comes the kick. Caught in the end zone. And we won't see a return here as he kneels for the touchback. Opening play of this drive for the Hawks. And to be honest, all hope seems lost, but these kids continue to show some heart. They snap the ball. Ryan Gibson gets the sack, and that's his 3rd of the game. This dude needs a double team on every play. Going through the motions now, it's 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Knight. Scratch that, Knight is sacked. The defense does it again on back-to-back downs. Can you imagine being one of those O-linemen right now, having to look their quarterback in the face after giving up back-to-back sacks? I almost feel badly for those dudes. And he can't make the catch. Too much contact on the play, so it'll be 4th down. So following a drive that came and went, here's the punt after a 3-and-out. And he sends it flying. He's got it with great field position. And it's a positive return, but he never quite found any daylight along the way. Less than 2 minutes remaining in this final quarter. It's 1st and 10. Looking to run some clock. Here's the handoff. After giving up the touchdown, the Hawks are back to receive. Fielded in the end zone. Yeah, I think the special teams coach's head might have exploded if he took that one out. Right choice on the touchback. Opening play of this drive for the Hawks. And they really need Braxton Knight to flip a switch and march this offense down the field for points. And they're unable to hook up on that play. Here comes second down. Still 10 yards to go after that incompletion on first. Again on second down, it's Knight. He goes underneath his running back. Now he's brought down. 6 yards is the pickup as that'll lead to third down. Getting ready for the shotgun snap. Here's Knight.
Here we go.
Looking to pass on third down. Knight's pass is intercepted. Picked off by Douglas. And he's
in your face
all the way home. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Oh, they are running up the score. Now for the point after. And he gets it to go. Touchdown. The Bulldogs are ready to kick it away. From a yard or two inside the goal line, he's got it. Really no need to risk it. He's just going to take a knee for a touchback. Opening play of this drive for the Hawks. And they're playing for pride at this point. Their deficit a considerable one. Throwing after the interception. Here's Knight. And they can't make the connection, so it'll be second down. Following that incompletion, here's 2nd and 10. Still looking to throw, it's Knight. Rash brings in his first catch, and he's tackled at the 38-yard line. 13 yards on the play, and that's good for a first down. As we approach the final minute, it's 1st and 10. Here's Knight to start the series. Forces that throw, and it's intercepted. They're not going to catch him. And it's a pick-6 touchdown. And they extend their lead. Here's Myers now for the extra point. Hang on, some chicanery here. They want to throw. So they come up empty on that play call. They've lined up to try the onside kick. This could get interesting. They had the good hands unit out there, and they covered it up perfectly. Worth the shot on the onside kick, but no dice. First play of the drive for the Hawks. And now Coach Robbins barking some instructions for Braxton Knight from the sideline. Fires the ball, and it's complete. And he's down at the 30. Just short of a first down. Gathers the snap. And they drop him for a sack. Following the takedown, here's 3rd and long. He's back to pass. And they're unable to make the connection, so here comes 4th down. Here's Knight. It's incomplete. Washington comes up with the play. And that will do it. The Bulldogs win the showcase. On behalf of everyone at EA Sports, I'm Kevin Connors, signing off.
This question is for both of you. What trait do you think will give you the edge at the next level?
I think my ability to quickly find the open receiver is what really sets me apart.
Oh, wow, man. Wow. So the decision is made. Tell us, when it came down to it, what led to...
More details rolling in, everybody, on today's crazy news. Coach Miller is stepping down from his illustrious college coaching career, and in his place, the school is promoting hotshot defensive coordinator Red O'Brien. Now, Coach O'Brien has been all the rage for quite some time, sitting at the top of coaching. Gigs, but it sure looks like he's just going to stay put and take over the entire program. But what I really want to know is what it's going to mean for everyone's favorite dynamic duo, the Heartbreak Kids.
I know you've both been sitting patiently for the past 2 years. Waiting for your shot, so I made a decision. Neither one of you will be starting.
What do you mean? We've done everything that you asked of us.
How many of those do you get?
Well, there is no hint of fall here on this hot and humid Saturday afternoon. Students and alumni have made the early season pilgrimage to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami for the season-opening kickoff classic on EA Sports. It's the home state Florida Gators taking on the invaders from the north, the Michigan State Spartans. College football is back here on EA Sports. The new season underway here in Miami. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. 1st and 10, Florida. They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's tackled. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
White on 2nd down. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. He has enough for the 1st down, and the keeper a gain of 6. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw over the middle taken in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10. White. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. At the 8-yard line. On the ground, Ellington. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30.
Another day,
10.
another dollar, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. White. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing on 1st down. Alexander, a dump off to Anderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Spartans 7, Gators nothing.
On 2nd down now. It's Young. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
He's taken down at the 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Screen play, Anderson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's 1st and goal, Michigan State.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this in for the Michigan State touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Michigan State adds on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
So after the touchdown, the Spartans back out there to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying.
He's got daylight. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it in for a Gator touchdown.
Touchdown.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20.
You know what? Why don't you just start over?
And he will take this in for the Michigan State touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
That is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gators now with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's White. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Alexander, flush to his right. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. These college offenses, Charles, so wide open, and there's an example right there that we just saw. Now, let me ask you, how does a college offense differ from an NFL offense, or does it?
Well, it still does, Brandon, because NFL offenses, while they're continuing to embrace what the colleges are giving them more and more, they're still not playing as fast as a general rule. You know, most college offenses will run about 15 plays per game more than NFL offenses will. They'll take a few more chances in what they're doing, maybe try and isolate their star player a little bit better. Yeah, there's still some differences in what we're seeing, but for me, speed and pace of play for college offenses still ahead of what we see in the NFL.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Alexander, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for
the incomplete pass there, and you think about the quarterback position in college football. Kind of seems like once you get a guy developed, his 4 years are up just like that. He's off to the NFL. So what we're seeing here, and that is caught. Touchdown, Michigan State. Zalante Jones there to make the grab. And Michigan State adds on to their lead. What a special moment for him. The first passing touchdown of his college career, and certainly a moment that he will never forget.
And it always helps to get that first one out of the way, doesn't it? I know right now that he just wants to go and jump to the top of the stadium and throw his hands up and exult a little bit. But he's had a chance to prove that he can do it now. He got it done. It's been a long time in the making. Now he's just got to harness that emotion and continue to play.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Jennings, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
3. Now third.
White from the gun on 3rd down. And that's caught by Beasley.
Denton Beasley.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Complete to DeMarcus Jennings.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He completes it to Hunter. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. In trouble, and he's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Underneath for Jennings. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now White to throw on 3rd down. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds into half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now White with a first down throw. Pressure comes and down he goes.
A loss of 11.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive...
It got his man complete. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Zalante Jones, 76 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Michigan State got the touchdown and now sets for the kickoff. And this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
1st and 10, Florida. Out of the gun, it's White. Now White lost the football.
The quarterback is sacked. A fumble.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
No, why would somebody give y'all some money out of a car? What you mean you don't know? So he just went up to a car and he just gave him $400? What's the real story? Is he selling some dope or something? I mean, what the hell? I ain't give him no money the last time he came over here. I don't know what the money he made when he was over here, but that don't sound right. I don't even understand that. I want to know the real story though. What it is. Right. That don't sound right at all. When he coming back? Okay. Yeah, that bullshit. Yeah. Okay. He got a key. Oh. Yeah, he had went home. That barbershop not open, so I don't know what he was thinking. Like we go down the street, but no, it wasn't open. So I gotta find him a barber. Don't worry about that. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. To throw is White. Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Keon Simmons, 45 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. I'll tell you what, a pretty special performance for his first ever start. Now with 3 touchdown passes.
That's not a bad number to get things going, is it? Because, let's face it, we had our attention on him coming into this game. He's fully captivated us now. With every score, I think he's making his case to stay as the starting quarterback and not get involved in a rotation system.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And 8.
Again, they run with Ellington. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. White can't get away, and he's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. That's taken on the 25.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3. It's 3rd and 7.
To throw on 3rd down, Alexander. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there on 3rd down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes you just...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
It's 2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
He's tackled at the...
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the ground, they go with Young. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Michigan State. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. That's now his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And boy, this has been quite a performance for the junior, as we remind you, getting his first ever college start.
And this has really been an amazing story because ordinarily, when a junior's making his first start, he's had a few reps along the way prior to it, but in this case, the number is 0. So this is almost off the charts that we're watching him make his first start as a junior, and already he's thrown 4 touchdown passes in this game. This is absolutely amazing.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing,
1st and 10.
Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 41, White, he's got it complete to Perkins.
Complete.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Here's White from the gun on 3rd down. The open man is Smith.
Lakins.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
11 yards.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That catch good for only a couple. Charles, here we are in the 4th quarter, and they've got a pretty comfortable lead here. You know, Coach O'Brien, as we talked about, he made those statements about his plans to possibly rotate the quarterbacks, but we have not seen any sign of Tommy Matthews.
And we certainly expected to see him. Look, you and I both sat in there, partner, with Coach O'Brien, and he indicated that he planned to rotate quarterbacks to find out what he had. But with the play that he's seen here, he's like any head coach. He reserves the right to change his mind. And maybe he knew a little bit more than he was willing to tell us. That maybe Tommy Matthews isn't exactly in his favor, especially considering the lead they have now, and he still hasn't gone to the bench.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. I tell you, you look around the college football landscape, and there's some really good running backs this year. The draft projections really littered with that crop of players, and we've got a couple of them in our game here this afternoon.
And I'm glad that you pointed that out, partner, because we always talk about the guys who throw the football and the guys who catch the ball, but the runners are still vital, and that was a pretty good run right there, a good illustration of what he can do. And they're counting on those kind of runs to help them win their conference, because you and I both know that's the best path to the college football playoff. Win your conference first and give yourself that opportunity.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He goes underneath for Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try the left side. It's Young. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Alexander toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Michigan State. Zalante Jones there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Touchdown number 5 for the junior quarterback, and that certainly makes Coach O'Brien's job at the post-game press conference a lot easier.
And you're right, he certainly made Coach O'Brien's press conference awfully easy. But how about the conversation he's now going to have with Tommy Matthews? Because all indications we had from talking with Coach during the preseason, he told them both that they were going to get their chance. But now that this guy's throwing 5 touchdown passes, now he has to go back to Tommy Matthews and kind of shrug his shoulders and say, I know what I intended to do. I know what we talked about. But he's got the hot hand. We're going to have to go with it.
He checks it down here to Ellington. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
23. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line. Today's final score, Spartans 63, Gators 7.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster. And boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just stop me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Look, I get you upset, but we're in this together.
No, we're not. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Florida Gators taking on the Michigan State Spartans. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. The start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off play action, here's White. And that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
White now on 3rd down. And this one caught by Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jennings. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You was brought down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The play fake, now White. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They will let him throw here on the very first play. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 16 yards, a 1st down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, Young. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Alexander. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Over the middle, complete. That's Young. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, Alexander. That's caught at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. A big play there. 56 yards. And Michigan State has taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down, Pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. White.
Defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Alexander. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Here's 1st and goal, Michigan State. Here's Young. And he will take this in for a Michigan State touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And Michigan State adds on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
They're on 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Ellington. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about... at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14. Gators nothing.
This is Ellington. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and